Hello friends, in this series I will show you various labs and you can learn how to practically use components of GCP like Compute Engine, Cloud SQL, Cloud Storage, Kubernetes and others. Working on labs will help you in understanding the concepts in a better way. In this video, we will take a look at the most used feature of GCP, that is Compute Engine. I will show you how to make a virtual machine using GCP Console and also using command line. Finally, I will show you how you can connect between two VM instances. So let's take a look. Okay, so here we are at the GCP dashboard and you will see we have a navigation menu. So if you want to make a new virtual machine, the first thing we need to go to the compute engine and go to VM instances. I will hide the info panel. So here we see the option create instance. Go to that. On this page, we will find various parameters like the name, region, zone, machine type. So I will start with the name and I will give my VM1. I will not change the zone and the region. I will leave the defaults as unmodified for machine type. The boot disk is fine. I will also not touch identity and API access, which is allow default access. For the firewall, I will choose allow HTTP traffic. So basically, these are the parameters which you must define while you are making a new VM. And finally, I will choose create. This will take around 1 minute. So let's wait till VM is up. Once the VM is up, you will find a new internal IP address, an external IP address, the zone in which this VM is made, which is US Center 1A. Okay, so VM is now up and we can see the IP addresses and the zone. Now, in the task 2, we will make a virtual machine using the command line. So on the toolbar, you can see this option, activate cloud shell. Choose continue and it will open a cloud shell for us. Now, the first VM which we have made, it is in center 1A. So we will make the second VM in a different zone because I want to show you that if the VMs are in a different zone, but if they are in the same VPC, you can connect to them using your internal IP address. Okay, so first thing we want to see which all different zones are there for this region US center 1. For this, we will use a command which will show us all the zones. I have given these commands in the description, so you can use from that. This is okay. So this shows that in this US center 1 region, we have the zones A, B, C, and F. We have used center 1A for VM1, so we will use center 1B for VM2. Now, we want to set the default zone as US center 1B. So in that case, if when we make the new VM in Cloud Shell, automatically the center 1B would be assigned as a zone for the VM. So for that, I will use this command. It will set the zone as center 1B. Okay, so now the zone is set. Now we can use this command to make the new VM where we have to give the name and other metrics like the machine type, image, subnet. Copy this. Okay, so now this VM2 is also up. We can exit from the Cloud Shell using exit. Now, if you come back to the console and if you refresh this page, you will find both of the VMs would be listed here. Okay, so now we can see two VMs, VM1 and VM2, both of them are in different zones. You will notice that the internal IP addresses of both the VMs, they have the first 3 bytes, 10.128.0. It is common for both the VMs. It is because they are residing on the same subnet in the cloud VPC, even though they are in different zones. Okay, now the third task, I will show you how you can connect between these two VM instances. So if I want to open a command prompt for this VM, I will just go to this SSH. It will open a putty for me. Okay, I'm on the command prompt and I will use the ping command to confirm that my VM2 can reach VM1. So this is the, okay, so I can see the traffic and use Control C to abort this ping command. Now I will use the SSH command to go to the VM1 from my VM2. Use this. Give yes. Okay, so now command prompt for VM1 has come. I will install the nginx web server on this VM1. This. Okay, now I will use the nano text editor and I will add a custom message on the home page of the web host. So I will use this nano. So we can use the arrow command to come down, and this is the first header line. Word. For saving this file, we can use Control O, enter, and for exiting, we will use Control X. Now we want to confirm that the web host is serving our new page. So at this command prompt, I will execute this command. Okay, so now the response which we see here, this is the HTML source of the web host's homepage, and this includes the custom text which we added. Now to exit from the command VM1, we will use exit and we will be back on the VM2. Now we want to confirm that our VM2 can reach the web host of the VM1. So we will use this command and this will take us to the web page of VM1. Okay, and this response is the HTML source of the web host homepage, and this also includes the custom text which we added. So this basically shows that we are able to reach the VM1 web host homepage from our VM2. And we can also see this web page using the external IP address of VM1. So let us get out of this. So now we are back to our these two VM instances. We see this is the external IP address of the VM1. If we go to this, so we have this address bar. This is the external IP in the address bar, and we see it is pointing us to the web server's homepage. This is our custom. Now, when we were making our VM1, we gave the option of allowing HTTP traffic. Now, in case if we had not given that, then our attempt to reach this web server's homepage would have failed. And in that case, we need to add a firewall rule to allow inbound traffic to this instance. Okay, so we are at the end of this lab, and in this lab, we learned how to make a VM1 using console, and then we made VM2 using command line, and finally we saw how we can connect between the two instances. In the next video, I will pick up Cloud SQL and Cloud Storage. I will do a lab, and you can learn how you can use those two features. So please watch, and please subscribe my channel.